either Lucid is already done with the production of the Dream Edition and they're going on to the Grand Touring, or they're very far, or they're delivering out of order and they're behind on Dream Edition. Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily, and today we have a handful of things we need to talk about. We're definitely going to talk about the stock, we're going to talk about what happened on Twitter today, as well as some other production and delivery numbers that we recently have received from Bear's Workshop, and a couple of conclusions that I've drawn. So let's go ahead and get started. Like, the very first thing you want to take a look at is definitely the stock price. The stock was down 7.42%, and they are down 0.15% in the after hours. Lucid is currently trading at $25.84, so they were definitely hammered today, but they were not alone. Rivian was down at 9% today. Rivian is up almost 0.25% after hours. And Tesla, they are now at an $888 billion market cap. They're at $860 a share. They were down nearly 5% today, but with the after hours, they are down over 5% today. So a pretty hard day in the EV sector. Now, there was nothing too fundamentally different that changed with any of these companies, but what you do have to look at is these headlines did cause quite a bit of fear in the market today, saying that the United States said Russia could invade Ukraine at any time. So we're not going to get into any of that here, but this macroeconomics is extremely difficult to trade stocks in right now, or just hold on to stocks into in general, because you're seeing a lot of the gains that we've realized over the past 12 months slowly start to dissolve. So there's one good piece of advice that Dr. EV gave, and he said that he doesn't own any shares in Lucid or Tesla, which is kind of crazy to me that he doesn't own any, because he owns the Plaid as well as the Dream. And he said if his mother were to call him and ask if he should buy Lucid stock now, he would tell her to wait until they reported Q4 deliveries and give an updated 2022 guidance, and see if the Saudi PIF and insiders sell stock after that. Honestly, not bad advice at all. I've been personally saying the same thing for a couple of months now. I'm not investing any more big money until after I hear about their deliveries, not necessarily the deliveries, but the guidance. How are we looking for those 20,000 vehicles? That's number one question you want to ask yourself when we talk about earnings, and I will be streaming that here, so consider subscribing for that. Continuing, Travis Morgan, we've been seeing a lot of him this week. He said it is officially official. He will receive his Lucid Air Dream Edition number 458 out of 520 will be delivered tomorrow at 1 p.m. We may make a special episode for that, but we'll see. So that's definitely good news. Now, there was some news going around today that Lucid does have a buy rating from Bank of America at $60, and something else. If you look at the companies below it, you have Rivian at a buy at $170 and Tesla at $1,300. So Bank of America is extremely bullish when it comes to EVs. So I am really curious on what the horizon is, because a lot of these companies are trading far, far below that. So I'm really curious to see what you guys think, why a Bank of America has such high price targets, and what the horizon is. All right, let's continue. So Dr. EV again said that he's been driving his Tesla Plaid half the day and his Lucid Air the other half. They are different. Lucid drives better, smoother. Everyone is staring. Tesla's more of an experience with all the cool software stuff, but it feels like less of a car, cheaper, bumpier, but fun. And I think this is a very fair comparison. I've never driven a Plaid, but I did drive one of the Dream Editions, and it was a very, very fun car to drive. So maybe for car lovers, the Dream may appear more fun to drive than the Tesla Model S Plaid. I don't know. Model X, I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have driven a Tesla or a Lucid, what do you guys think? All right. So I'm just briefly going to go over this. Tesla to Lucid said, I feel like I'm in a World War I bunker and keep yelling, incoming. The over-the-air updates are coming fast and furious. And this is exactly what I want to see from Lucid. People have been knocking on their software. But I'm really excited and optimistic that they keep updating their software as much as they do. Because when we see these electric vehicle companies, what we're going to figure out is software is going to be extremely valuable, and the better software becomes, obviously the more valuable the company will be. So hopefully Lucid can continue to have an extremely valuable product, as well as continue to update their software to make it a better experience. So that was good news. Now let's get to the delivery update. Bear's Workshop did have a flyover today, and there was 123 cars in the parking lot, so great news. Now, you can see the construction here is going along extremely quickly. They are putting up the steel, the framing is going up, everything's going very fast. So I'm super excited to continue to watch that. The next thing you want to look at is I tried to do my best to get a close-up shot on these wheels, but you still can't get that close of a view at what's going on and exactly which kind of cars these are. But I did have an interesting thought today. So Travis Morgan said he is receiving 458 out of 520. So let's do this math. Let's say that they only make 520 and they have 458 delivered. Now we're going to go through two scenarios. One, either Lucid is already done with the production of the Dream Edition and they're going on to the Grand Touring, or they're delivering out of order and they're behind on Dream Edition. So obviously we don't know and we can't figure that out, so there's no use in speculating, but I do think that this is something that this is going to be like, it's really hard to be in the middle here. They're either done with the Dream Edition and they're already on the Grand Touring, or they are delivering out of order and they are just kind of way behind and they haven't even started Grand Touring yet. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That's one of the questions that I do want you guys to answer is, do you think that they have started production of the Grand Touring yet, or are they really behind? So that was interesting. And guys, I do want to thank you for all the support that I have received so far. It has been super fun doing this every day with you guys, and I really appreciate it. If you guys have not yet, consider subscribing and give a listen on Spotify. This podcast is on there as well. So like always, I hope you guys enjoy this, and like always, we'll see you next time. Happy investing.